Literally everything is set. I redid everything. It just hates me.
Trish?
Oh, I hear the audio.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought you were repeating yourself for a second there, but it was the audio. Honestly, I don't think. Hi, everyone. I don't think anything was done wrong. Everything is just going really slow today.
Yeah.
Like, open up your character sheets now because it's taken a minute for them to open. Okay. I tried to open 2 character sheets at once, and I thought my computer was going to kill me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gatia, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos and random.
And we're at the
gateways.
mercy of digital chaos.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures and mishaps of the group known as the Measure as they seek to cleanse themselves of their curses so they can continue to protect their home of Greystand. During session tonight, to those of you in chat, we'll be interacting with you all to the best of our ability, but so as to not break the flow of our role play, we'll be primarily responding through chat as opposed to verbally. We take a short break around 9:30, and when we return from our break, we'll have an opportunity to speak with some of you for a while. And of course, as always, last but not least, be excellent to each other. We're all here to have a good time. The outside world sucks. So if there are future technical difficulties, apologies in advance, but the internet seems to be on one today. I don't know, maybe the machines are rising. I want to say thank you to Luna, who is, despite her technical difficulties, has done everything she can to be here in one form or another. Thank you, Luna.
I exist.
Yay. Existence is key. Existence is pain.
Oh, all right.
Hurt me harder, life I like it.
Yeah, we know.
Not smash.
I thank you everyone for coming out last week to our 1 year session. That was a lot of fun, and thank you for using those channel points, which they are all those little redemption things are still there, I think. So we still haven't decided what we're going to take away, but free reign until we figure that out. Which, yes, anyway, we're not going to get into the thick of that. You guys know how channel points work. Do we have anything in particular that we need to bring up today? I know the month of June is coming, and that is Pride Month, right? So I know last year we had our shirts that we did for Pride Month. I don't know if we're going to do that again. I mean, we could.
Probably should.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe just change up the design a little bit this time.
Mm-hmm. For those who didn't get one last year, if they want one.
Yeah.
I never bought one. I meant to and didn't, so I need it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we could
It's
do the
our
same
own
design
shirt.
again. Yeah, I have one. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I think
YouTube.
Oh yeah, watch YouTube. Normally on Thursdays.
Lick and subside.
Lick and subside, yes.
Oh boy.
Now you're talking to Luna.
Yes, come like me. No, please wait. Hold on.
I'll be there.
Damn it!
I have so much surface.
I can't.
You can't even?
Lord.
I have more trouble with odd.
I can't odd. I think we can all odd pretty successfully.
Yeah.
I'm always odd. Yes.
I'm tired odding tonight.
Let's be normal.
No.
Well,
Never.
no. let's go ahead and recap last session real quick of Welcome to Grey Stand. Last week, the party began their trek through the lands of Arcadia in search of an individual known as Hedge Witch Kyenna, guided through the summer lands by their fey companion Geronimo. During their travels, they witnessed the beauty of the realm as well as the oddity of nature as they were accosted by a pair of giant geese.
Woohoo!
Eventually, the party came to a small town. I just can't talk tonight, guys. A small town known as Suntide, where they went to the local watering hole in search of information about Hedge Witch Kyenna. After some conversation, they were able to determine the direction of the Hedge Witch's home and started off in that direction. Once they arrived at the entrance to the witch's hedge maze, they decided to stop for a long rest despite the sun never leaving its place in the Arcadian sky, this place seeming to be stuck in perpetual sunlight. After their long rest, they set off into the hedge maze, hearing a voice overhead asking them who they were and for their purpose. As they traversed the maze, they slowly but surely became separated and individually asked questions about other members of their group, testing their knowledge and bond as a group. After a somewhat painful journey, more painful for some than others, through the prickly hedge maze, the measure found themselves in a huge flower field with a cottage in the center, the cottage belonging to Hedge Witch Kyenna. Kyenna took the measure in and began to help them with their Freaky Friday situation, giving each of them a unique magical item and telling them to keep it on their person at all times, so as to not fall victim to the whimsy again. Tim asked Kyenna if she had a way, perhaps a ritual of some sort, that could remove Grandma Peggy's curses. While Kyenna does not wish to remove the curses due to concern of drawing Peggy's attention, she does think she could at least find a way to dullen their effects. And that is where we ended last session. Abrupt music stop. So one detail that I want to point out about the items that you were given, they do require attunement.
Ooh.
So keep that in mind, please.
Strap myself up in our fires right now.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go. I said I'll strap myself back up in my feathers right now. Let's go.
So it will take at least a short rest in order to become attuned to them, and as you know, and obviously it counts towards your attunement count. You have 3 items attuned to you. I did not make handouts for your items, but I'm working on it. So, you all are sitting inside the cottage of Hedge Witch Kyenna, all in your own skin again. What are we doing?
I'm just gonna lay flat on the ground like Star. That's it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna feel body. Yes.
Oh yeah, we switched back, right? I was like, is Tim just
himself?
Yeah. He's feeling himself right now, right?
And Renna just, oh, they're back. Oh, my back.
Oh, Jesus.
My back.
Yeah. Ooh, that was real weird. Tim, we've gotten real close in the past couple days. Closer than I ever would have liked.
He's just gonna look over to her. You've been inside me.
Oh.
Sorry, sister.
God damn it.
Don't do it again.
I would so much rather not, but I felt smarter, so that was really, yeah, it's interesting.
Glad you could have an interesting experience.
You teach me how to fireball. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Or firebolt. I don't even remember what I did. Did I fireball?
You fireballed.
I did. Yeah.
You balled. You said fuck it.
You yeeted the ball of flame.
Eat.
God, I look so tired.
Right, that's
It's alright, I'm here to make you look good, Trish.
You are glowing, ma'am. For reasons.
Glowing with exhaustion. That's a thing, right?
Sure, honey.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm eating jelly beans, and because of gamer things, I keep trying to roll them like dice. And then I'm like, wait,
Let me
pulling
just...
a Luna.
Yes, like everything.
That, oh god. So yeah, you all are within her home. She is just kind of watching you all, observing what you're doing, etc.
Did she already do the dampening process, or tell us how that
No.
was going to go? Okay.
No, you asked her. She said she was going to have to think about how she's going to
Okay.
do it.
Okay. Well, after touching himself, he's going to go touch Farissa. Tim's going to go give her a hug.
Jesus, the fucking implications.
In front of everyone. Jeez. No. Rissa would hug her back. Hug him back
Okay.
for sure. Just be like, ah, God, I'm glad I don't have to hop up to hug you anymore. And you're actually in your body, and I'm in my body. That was I'm good not having fur everywhere.
It was an interesting experience. Very interesting experience. Okay. Well. Geronimo, you wouldn't happen to know if you have any Fuke members nearby, would you?
I'm not completely sure. There's somebody around the spring land or summer lands. We're in the summer lands. There's somebody in the summer lands, I'm sure. Maybe even two people. But not very super close to here, I don't think.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just trying to think of what we can do while Kayana thinks on how she can dampen our curses. I also have a sending stone to contact a friend of James. Someone he referred to as the Mystic. So we could try that. I think he said that they would be in the Summerlands.
I legit don't remember where he said that they would be. Oh yeah, he did say the Summerlands.
Look back in my notes. Unless you have a faster way.
I do. If you just give me 1 second, I'll go look.
Well, I'm sure you've got other things to look up. No, he said Fall Court.
They are of the Fall Court,
Yeah.
But I thought he said we could contact them when we get here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said
Like it
don't do it. Yeah. You are correct, yeah.
Like it didn't have to be in a specific land, right?
Yeah.
Right, it just has to be in Arcadia. Okay. You guys should have your items now in your journals. Should. Under magic items.
I don't like that Roll20's doing this now.
What, is it being slow?
No, it's any item or handout I get, the text is in a light gray, like it would be for dark mode, but I have to keep it on light mode. And yeah, I have to highlight it to read it. I don't know how to fix it.
I have no more attunement slots left. It's only 3, right?
How?
He's got magic items.
We got magic items when we were over in the other area.
That's right. Forgot about that magic item.
And I've got the Knight's Embrace. The
Yeah,
the
I don't
armor.
either. I'm out this one. I think it's Artificer that actually gets more attunement slots.
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
Wizards.
Sorry, I just noticed it and I was like, oh.
So Kayana's just observing you all interacting. She's smiling. She's just quietly observing, and she says to you all, I am going to steep some more tea. Do any of you require some as well? I can make extra.
I
Please.
wouldn't say require, but I greatly appreciate some.
Okay.
Yes, please. I would definitely enjoy some tea as well. Thank you.
Miss Meridian?
Yes, that would be nice. Is there anything we can do to help you while you are steeping tea and deliberating?
Actually, if one of you could step outside on the left side of the door, there's some firewood out there. I could use some extra wood for the fire. And she walks over to the flames kind of dying down a little bit under the kettle. And she's poking at it with a poker, but it just doesn't seem to be sparking to life as
All
she
right, I
wants.
got it.
Okay. And she's you see, like, to the left and right of where this cooking area is, where she steeps her tea, there are various flower pots painted or formed in different ways, each one unique. And it has Tim, you would recognize them as being different types of tea leaves that she has all across the mantle. And she's just looking at them and just thinking, and she's plucking from a couple different pots and putting them into a mortar and pestle and starting to grind it up. Cassidy, when you step outside, you get another view of this field that her house is in, and it is very big. Like, this field is just flowers and other small plants that just sprawl out all around you. And it's like she is in the middle of, it's almost like she's in this protective barrier, the forest being the barrier that you had to go through. Or actually, give me a perception roll, please.
$19.
Okay. So I'm bad at eyeballing measurements. It is a very, very large field, and you are noticing, looking around, that while it appears to be a forest that is encircling this field, you see the plant you see what the hedge consisted of, weaving through and up and down all of these trees, encircling the entire area. But it's a very beautiful view. The vast array of colors from all the different flowers in this field, even the hedge that encircles this very large field the green has a certain pop to it that just makes it stand out and be unique and all its own. It's almost like something out of a book.
Even the books I've seen don't have colors this vibrant.
I'm working on it.
Hey, it depends on where we source our ink.
But it's easy enough to find the firewood. She does have a pile of it it's on the side of the house, but you don't have to walk very far at all to get to it. And you do see, as you round the corner, from where you are gathering this wood, you can see that big glass structure that is attached to the house that you saw when you were walking up to it. It's almost like it's just like a slightly bigger building, but instead of hard angles, the glass curves. Oh,
Internet.
everything all right?
Slight derpage.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think
But
it's
yes,
good.
so yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, I gaze out upon the scene and absorb the fields, flowers, and the hedge and forest, and just kind of maybe try to memorize it a little in case she wants to try to draw it. She considers she has no inks vibrant enough. She usually draws in charcoal, which wouldn't do this justice. But she distracts herself and gets back into it, grabs the wood and pops inside.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and as you're coming back in, Kayana motions for you to come over and just over here, dear, please. And she just kind of steps out of the way so you can put a couple of logs into the fire.
So I do.
Not quite the same, is it? I didn't pry too deeply when I looked into all of your minds, but you work with fire a lot, right?
Yes. I'm a smith. I have a forge.
I need a visit into town. My gardening shears are getting dull. Thank you for reminding me. So all of you, tell me about yourselves. Tell me how you... Well, I know how you ended up here, but what... Well, I suppose we could discuss the elephant in the room. How did you end up with these curses on your heads?
First off, I'd like to say we didn't start it.
Victims of a hag rarely do.
Okay, so you're familiar with that. Yeah, we may or may not have killed one of the hags and then burned their head in a fire pit. And had our dreams invaded. Curses put upon us.
And you encountered her here?
No. Our home plane.
I see.
I see.
She was inside of a well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you recall her name?
Give me a minute.
Huh?
think it was like
Notebook.
Madonna or something, but I'll have to confirm.
She's starting to steep the tea. You see she just dumps the tea leaves right into the water. And just lets the kettle sit.
Do you have any sort of special teas here, Diana?
All my teas are special.
Oh. Well, it certainly tasted.
It's where my specialty lies,
Ha!
after all.
Specialty.
She smiles. She knows what she did. I am my abilities that are so sought after by many are in my tea, actually. I speak premonitions. I can see ahead of what is to come. It is my own curse, as it is for many a hedge mage.
I'm gonna say that sounds pretty useful, but also not so great. The other hags in the coven, the one that we killed was Mother Morgana, and the other one is Black Olga.
Yeah, I've heard both their names. Mother Morgana used to be a witch. There is a difference. She used to be like myself, and she was very good, very powerful. She found an offering that she wished not to deny, and turned into whatever it was you saw. She was the hedge witch of the Winter Court, who, well, I'm not sure who their hedge witch is now.
Looks like that offer was pretty helpful. She had extra hands.
That makes sense. She did care for spiders.
Yeah, noticed. Should have seen her crawl out of the well.
I'd rather not. It is tragic that happened. Not that she died. The fact that she died is probably for the best. I don't know how much of a hag's mental faculties from their past remain after they've become what they are, but
the process alters them.
At the very least, it alters them physically. I'm not sure how much mentally it does, but it does have the ability to turn good people very wicked, from what I've seen. I have often, very many times, seen hags prey on the suffering or the weak if they are looking for new members, because they feel that they can easily manipulate them to empower them again and that sort of thing, which I believe is how Mother Morgana was taken by Peggy. She was, well, hedge witches, there's more than just one. I feel with how I stated earlier, that it seems like there's only one per court, but there's not. There's other hedge witches here in the Summerlands and in the Springlands. There's multiple, but the most powerful of us are often sought out by, well, good and bad people for our abilities, hoping to, especially with the court wars. There are wars going on between courts practically at all times, and a lot of times individuals such as myself are sought after to predict the tide of war or predict what is to come next. And Mother Morgana failed. She gave in and decided to help the Winter Court. Kedalia, their leader at the time, requested her assistance, and for some it is very hard to deny your courtly leader assistance. And Morgana gave in, did her best to help the Winter Court with their fight with the Summer Court. They did not win, to put a long story short, and she was cast aside, and lots of respect lost, and I think that grandmother Peggy saw this opportunity and snatched her up for her own doings, whatever they may be.
So hedge witches typically keep a more neutral stance.
Well, we try to. Not all can resist the promise of some chaos or sweet victory or fame. Some Fae are, a lot of Fae are very vain. So, they...
I could tell that you, at the very least, seem like you just want to help.
Oh,
people.
yes.
But I didn't
Yes.
want to assume that others were like you.
They're not
We were
all
told
like me.
We're told to be careful with who we considered allies here in the Feywild.
Oh, yes, and you should. Even those you consider allies can change at any moment if they should find the opposite to be more entertaining. It's dangerous. But I just wish to help those who truly need it and don't want to draw any unwanted attention. I do try very hard to keep them away from me. Having what I have at my disposal makes it happen, for the most part. And you hear the tea kettle starts to whistle, and she goes over and gets the pot and starts pouring cups, hands them out to you, and she says, "Here, so this is a nice oolong tea with a little bit of something extra mixed in here and there. So just be careful, because there's going to be leaves in your tea. Let them, don't swallow them to the best of your ability. Make sure that you've still got some sitting on the bottom of the cup when you're done. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I read the leaves, and this is important to your situation." And she starts sipping her own drink. And she says, "So, where do you hail from then? I know you said your own plane, but..."
Well, I don't think we should tell everybody, but you helped us a lot. I think you've shown some trust. We've made it through your trial, so I'll speak freely with you. It's a small village called Greystand. And the Irised Forest, our Ember Maiden, is currently missing.
Oh,
So I couldn't tell you too much about her. I've only heard about her. She's part of she's on our itinerary, one might say.
yeah, you're referring to Marlena.
I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know that she's still around. Well, you said she's missing. But
Yeah.
last I heard, she was the Ember Maiden for the Summer Court. I just hadn't heard her name in a while, so I I try to keep my ear out as much as I can to what's going on in the courts, but sometimes the less I know, the better. So,
Would you mind sharing what you do know?
about the summer court?
Yeah.
Well, what would you like to know?
I think we already know the leader's name, though I can't recall it off the top of my head right now.
That would be the Barentine, or no, I'm sorry, it's a Barbanos right now.
Barban.
The names depend upon how they wish to be identified. Typically, Barbanos is someone who appears or wishes to appear masculine, and the Barentine is when someone is or wishes to be viewed as a more feminine figure. So we have a Barbanos currently.
Do you know what they're like?
Um,
Are they all typically round about the same?
well, each brings with them to the table their own unique twist on personality. But one thing I can certainly say about the Barentine or the Barbanos is they can change on the flip of a switch, and to stay in their good graces is the goal. They can be happy and jovial and playfully competitive, but the moment that you upset them, it is best to run. For they will go into a blood fury like you have never seen. Our particular Barbanos is a lion of a man, almost quite literally. He is, I believe he is a fey touched of some kind, and his personality and the way he is creates him to be one of the beasties, as they say, and his appearances have gone the way of an actual lion.
Does he walk on 2 feet or 4?
He walks on 2, but he has a mane of hair and a beard that look like a lion's mane. It's very impressive. And I hear that it only gets redder when he's angry. He's not afraid to bite people.
Gotcha. Do you
He's a
know where
very
we might go
bloody
to
man.
find him?
Oh,
Should we have the need?
well, you just missed the solstice, so he's probably traveling currently. I think, though, that the best place that you could probably find him when he does come to rest, because he will eventually stop, would be. Hold on one second. Oh, me scrambling for what I don't have. I was doing so well. He would be at the stadium to the west. There's or arena. It's a very large arena. They play roust ball there, and it is very bloody and competitive sport.
Okay.
And typically, well, at 3 different times during the summer season, they have major tournaments there. So
I don't know
that's where
what
I
any of
would.
these words are, but all right. I think I can pick them up in context.
It's all right. I am not a roust ball fan myself. I don't know what it means, but it's a thing. Worry not. I'm from this world, and I don't know what it is.
So we missed the solstice, huh?
You missed
Darn.
the solstice. The name is coming to me. It is the Titans Arena, is what it is called.
Okay.
The Titans Arena. It's to the west.
West.
Very, very, very large stone structure. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Lots of screaming, both both jovial and of horror, depending on what sort of activities are happening. But yes, you've missed the solstice. The Barbanos will be at the Titans Arena. Anything else? What else? What other sorts of things?
Do you
could I
know
tell
how it
you?
is to best travel between the different lands now that the solstice is gone
Oh,
and over?
well, you'll have to find the gatekeeper for that.
Oh, there's a gatekeeper. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are they in different locations, or do they tend to stay in one place?
They reside at the edge of the lands. That's all I've ever heard. I've never had a reason to leave, so looking hasn't been a priority of mine, but I just have heard that they wait at the edge of the land, and should you be able to meet their requests, then they will grant you passage.
Okay. I'm still mulling over if I have any other questions. Does anyone else have anything that they are curious about?
I don't even know what I don't know. Ask.
Well, do you have any questions about where you are right now? Anything you see that you're curious about, or that you have seen so far?
What's that glass structure on your house?
Oh, that's my greenhouse. Come with
Okay.
me. She stands up and she beckons. Anybody that wants to see, come with me. Do you not know? Are you not aware of what this is? Have you never heard of a greenhouse before?
We don't exactly have a glass yet. We've only just figured out kind of how it works and come across it recently in our travels. Our village is very primitive, mundane compared to a lot of places that we've seen in our far travel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, prepare yourselves, because while you're here, you will probably witness individuals from all different points in time, or as possible at least.
Oh, we did get a sort of heads up about that quite some time ago. We were able to meet this individual. We came to know as Katie, and she told us a little bit about the future of our world.
Oh, dangerous things. Although I suppose if she's far enough ahead in the future, it may not matter.
She only really told us about a prophecy that people in our world have already known about.
Oh, well.
We were careful not to share too much information with each other, I think.
Probably very smart. Well, this, and she goes, there's a door off to the side. She opens up and leads those of you, and that would follow her. This very large room made of glass with black metal framing all of these windows. This big domed structure, and she's just got rows of like waist-high tables that have planters on them, all different types of plants, lots of different flowers. And over on the back wall, furthest from the door, there's different types of like vegetables being grown.
Wow.
The glass helps with the growth, the sun shining through the glass, and
It's a sort of controlled environment, so you can control how things. Okay.
It's a little hot in here, and during certain parts of the day, during all parts of the day, it's very hot in here. So just, be aware of that.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
That is one thing that I can tell you. The sun will always be where it is right now.
Apart from when a solstice happens, right? Well, I guess the sun
No.
remains the same. What blocks the sun? Your solstice? Or would that
Nothing
be a
blocks-
solstice? That's an eclipse, right?
Yes.
Solstice. Okay.
A solstice is just the marking of the passing of a season
That's
or the
right.
coming of a season, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Just confusing my terminology there for a second.
Our lands align. So that's what happens here during a solstice. We are all aligned on the same elevation, but we are at the top. Summer lands are always at the top, and so there's the sun in its full glory. Praise the sun. But feel free to have a look around. It's don't step on a rake if there's a rake falling over. It doesn't feel good.
What did the
Already
farmer
done that,
say when
thank
he
you.
lost his rake?
I don't know.
What?
Where the fuck is my rake?
You say that in character?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Kiana just like deadpans at you for a second and then starts laughing.
Okay. I was like, damn, it's the only thing I've said all session.
Tim just goes deadpan as well, and he's like, I think I need to have a talk with Tim. Using that sort of language in front of me. What's wrong with him?
Hey, just be happy, oh my, Hope didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. I think my mom would have slapped someone really hard.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, this is... Okay. This might be... I don't know if this would be more difficult or easier to get built rather than a library where we live. We're going to need a lot
Wow.
more sand.
Yes.
This is wonderful to know about. Thank you.
Certainly. If you I am growing some produce towards the back if you wish to take some, not all, but you could take some if you wish. For your journey, there's some cucumbers and tomatoes, and I think I have some peppers back there as well. Preserve the seeds. Maybe you can grow them yourself.
What an idea.
From one farmer to another, my gift to you.
You are amazingly generous, Cayenne. Thank you.
Well, as are you, whether you realize it or not, but truths hold weight, and you've been very forthcoming with who you are and what you're doing, so one thing that you must learn, one thing you must know is what is taken must be given equally. That's very important here. And
think
should
that's a
you... Hmm?
Shared value between our worlds, at least,
Yeah.
with
And-
our people.
And should you owe a favor, make sure that you pay it. You will not be able to escape it.
Okay.
I have
Duly
a
noted.
question on this.
Yes.
If
Certainly.
our transgression is playing a hag, how do we pay for that and remove our curse?
What? Oh, you are looking to trade with...
You said everything must be equal, so if us killing the hag created this debt, perhaps to Peggy, and that's why she enacted this curse. Perhaps it's because we have a debt unpaid.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about a debt you may owe. I suppose it's possible that Peggy could believe that you owe her a sister, but I'm not sure. I don't know how she operates completely. I just know to stay away.
As far as I'm concerned, she owes us a debt for meddling in our world and taking the lives of our members and others.
Hmm. While I sympathize with your words, I can't say that she will feel that way. Odds are that she will want something from you that would be payment for the effort she would need to exert to remove your curses. There's a price that she is going to set. So, you paying that price, her meeting an eye for an eye, if you will, to her would be removing the curses.
And if we...
She may...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was only going to say she may ask for something from each of you, or one thing from... One thing. One grand thing. What were you going to say if she what? Please.
Out of character, this is still referring to Peggy, right? We're talking about...
Mhm.
Yeah. And if we just kill her?
Mm, mm, mm,
No guarantee, huh?
mm-mm.
That's what I was led to believe as well. As far as the curses go.
Which is like myself. When we reach a certain level of power, our magics don't die when we do. It's the same thing for hags. They're kind of like our opposites. They're like a perverse version of what we are. But we don't really go to battle with each other. We're just different ends of the chaotic spectrum.
In fact, I
So
was led to
killing.
believe that killing her might even make them stronger or harder to get rid of.
Well, if it's done in such a way that she's the only one that can remove them, then yes, killing her would make it extremely difficult. You're correct. She is a very powerful individual, and she is ruthless. I often am surprised she's not of the summer court, but I think she has too much coldness in her heart for whatever made her the way she is to belong up here on the top.
Not only is
Winners-
she... Oh, sorry.
No, you keep going. I can wait.
Not only has she taken the lives of many of our villagers, but she has our father as well. So...
She take your father to spite you?
I don't know. Yeah, we've no idea. Honestly, Marissa and I hadn't seen him in 20 years.
Oh.
So it's, last time we saw him, we were very little. So this is the first we've heard of him since, and don't know what she would want with him. But she seems like she's probably had him for a very long time.
Hags like to keep pets. I'm sorry to word it that way, but hags like Peggy, not all hags. There are a variety of them. And some just like to see people suffer. Very well could be what's going on. Either watching him suffer or you girls, if she took him with the intention of influencing both of you.
Are there any hags that are more benign or even
Peaceful?
more, peaceful? Or is this Peggy just one of many? Even if she's an outlier in power.
I think in order, this is just my thoughts. It doesn't mean it's necessarily true, but I think in order to become what a hag is requires some sort of evil in your heart. I'm not saying they're all like Peggy. I will say that some definitely are like she is. But I've heard of less villainous ones that walk the lands. But I don't think that I would ever say there are good hags out there. Not that I've ever experienced, at least, or heard of.
All right. Good to know.
Are you, she looks down at her cup. She goes, are you all finished with your tea yet?
I think so.
Okay. All right, good. We'll take your empty mugs and we'll put them on the table inside for a moment so I can take a look at them. She kind of just ushers you all out of the greenhouse, and she says, you can take some of that produce before you go, but let's get what you are seeking taken care of first. And if this works the way I'm thinking it's going to work, you are going to have to stay a night here. I hope that's all right, because it's not going to be able to be done very quickly.
Okay. As long as you're okay with it, we're okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as our presence doesn't bother you.
No, not at all.
Or hinder any work you might have.
I seek seclusion, but company is nice every once in a while, especially if the company doesn't seem to be vile or treacherous. And she looks down into all of these cups, including her own, and you notice as you were finishing your tea, and you might even have some stuck in your teeth, these little black leaves that are just kind of randomly just swished around in the bottom of your mugs. And she just kind of takes a deep breath and looks over all of them. It doesn't really, like, Tim, what she's doing doesn't really look like it doesn't look like she's doing anything magical. It looks like she's just looking at tea leaves. But she's observing them, and after a while, she looks up and she says, all right, we can do the ritual tomorrow, but that requires some preparation today.
Okay. What do you need done?
I need each of you to go out into the field and pick a flower. One flower. No more, no less. Just one. Whatever one calls to you, I suppose. Or just randomly go snatch one. That's usually the best. Just go snatch one. Run out there, count to 10. However far you get, whatever one's in front of you, snatch it up.
Close my
Whatever
eyes and
flower.
run.
There you go. Just don't run into Nim, please.
Who?
Nim.
Him. Okay.
Yes. The hedge dragon.
Ha!
If you just don't run into the woods. The woods that surround us. The hedge that you
Okay.
walked through,
Yeah.
that's Nim.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Nim can hurt. Got it.
Yes, Nim is very much alive. She is her own little ecosystem, if you will. But
Wonderful.
she is very wonderful. We have been friends for a long time. She protects me and I protect her. So yes, please don't run into Nim for your own sake. It will hurt.
Very familiar. Would prefer not to be familiar like that again. Yes.
Oh, yes, I did hear that you took a bit of the brunt of it, didn't you, dear?
She just kind of nod.
She gives you a little pat on the shoulder. And she motions to the door and she says, please, by all means, go snatch up your flower. And I have rolls for you guys to do to determine what flower you find.
Ooh, spiffy.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
Let's see. So as you set out into this field of rainbow flowers, just colors so vibrant, and some you've not seen on a flower before. This place does seem to have a different sort of biome. That's not the word that I'm looking for. This is, yeah, you guys are from more of a forested area, and this is it almost has a tropical tint to it, almost. But this wide array, as you all set out into the field, we are going to do this one at a time for the sake of my sanity. Let's start with Cassidy. We're going to go in alphabetical order here. So, Cassidy, I need you to roll me a survival or nature roll.
My main stat or my negative stat?
Decisions.
18.
Okay, you rolled an 18. Let's see. You set out into the field and you walk up to this flower that just kind of catches your attention because of its odd shape, and its coloration is almost like a deep purple. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm describing this right. Yeah, it's a deep purple, almost like leaning on a deep red, and it has these two leaves that come off the back of it. It's a front-facing flower, and there's two leaves that come off the back of it. And when you look at it, it almost looks like a duck. And this is the flower that speaks to you. And I actually have a picture of this flower, by the way. I'm going to show this to everybody so everybody can see what it looks like. And this is a real world flower, by the way. It's called a flying duck orchid.
Yes.
I didn't think I could ever possibly have another favorite flower, but now I do.
I found some weird looking flowers, guys.
Oh yeah.
I so love this. Like,
it really does look like a duck.
Yeah. That's a really good picture of one, because there's some that I saw where it was kind of questionable. It's like, yeah, I could kind of see how they get that. But that one, it was like, oh, perfect, like profile picture flying duck. This is the flower that speaks to you.
All right.
Rarissa.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
going to be the same for you. I need a survival or a nature roll, please.
Jump. Give me a second. Because my character sheet's not loading now.
Oh, hey. You know if you're... Oh, wait. Up. Never mind.
Okay. It was a what or a what?
What I say, survival or nature?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna go for survival.
Okay.
So that was a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Wow. Okay. You set out going to look for the flower that calls to you. Do you do anything in particular? Do you just walk out till something catches you, or do you have a method here?
she would probably oh gosh, I could see her like closing her eyes and putting her hands out and just kind of feeling for a flower until she feels like something had energy for her, and then like opening up her eyes and being like, "Oh hey,"
Okay. All right. I think
and picking that flower.
Okay. I think when you reach out, and you feel this flower, it is just odd enough to get your attention to look the way it feels, because it feels like a lot of little, like, I almost want to call them tentacles, but that's not the right word, little tendrils kind of on it. And you open your eyes and you see this flower. It is like a pinkish purple with some white in there, and it almost looks like a human shape, like if someone were to draw a 2D depiction of a humanoid. And this is what you find. It is called a naked man orchid. Orchids are weird, guys.
Is that
I
something?
don't know how to bring up the things you share on
JT.
mobile, so
It's got a noodle.
Jesus
I'm gonna look
fucking
at Naked
Christ.
Man
I'm gonna take that
Orchid
off stream.
on. Woo!
It's a flower.
It's a flower with a
Flower.
dick. Oh, hi, babe.
Oh hell yeah!
No. Flowers don't have
I get the
dicks.
naked.
I believe they have stamen.
Get the flower with the little peen.
You know, it figures Luna would pick the inappropriate flower.
Yeah, of course I get the peony flower. Ooh.
The majority of the weird flowers that I found are orchids, which is just wild.
Yeah. Nope, that makes total sense. Oh, I love orchids.
All right, Rena.
Alright. Hello!
Bye, Matt. As
He
you
said bye.
as you head out into this field of flowers, you are going to need to give me a survival or a nature check.
Certainly.
And yeah, if there's a method to which you do this, feel free to describe it.
How
You
fitting.
did say you were just going to run. What'd you roll?
First roll of the session, guys. Natural 1
Okay.
for a total of 7. And I'm looking for nothing that has pink stems.
Nothing
Whatever the
that
fuck
has
they are.
pink
Or
stems.
stem, the pollen thing.
Stamen?
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
I think that
No pink.
so you go out into the field and you are looking for, as you described, something without the pink stamen. And I think that
She would probably look for something yellow. I know I rolled a 1, but like
yeah.
her
Oh,
favorite color is yellow.
right. I'm gonna tell you what you find. Don't worry.
Oh, I know.
And I don't have a picture for this, unfortunately.
Damn
But
it. But you got a picture of the naked man flower.
well, okay. Some of these are real flowers. Some of these are not real
Oh,
flowers.
okay. I was teasing. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I know. I wasn't trying to give you attitude.
Show the naked man flower for Nutmeg.
Oh god. Okay.
You find this yellow tinted, you you find this flower, and it is amidst a lot of dark colored flowers, but you do find one that is this dark yellow amongst them. There's a variety of colors here, but it almost looks like hold on, descriptor I has it. It looks like a yellow trumpet flower, but it is a dark yellow, and when you see it, you feel like it is calling to you. Like literally calling to you. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Certainly. You said
Wisdom.
It makes like a no. I was gonna say you said it makes like a trumpet.
It looks like a trumpet flower.
Okay. Alright.
Thanks, Colby.
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
12.
Thank you, though.
Perfect.
You are compelled immediately to pick this flower, and you pull it. It's a big flower, and you grab it without hesitation, and you take 2 points of poison damage as you grip the thorns around the stem and pull it forward. But this entrancement that this flower is putting on you, you do not let go. You hold on, and you feel as it coils around your arm.
Okay.
And you just have this soft singing in your mind. Now, you are not completely without your faculties. You know, fuck, that hurts, but, that is a really pretty flower. And you still know what you're supposed to do with it. But you're having a hard time letting go right now. So you have found your flower.
Okay. I was gonna say, if Tim's anywhere near, it's gonna be like, Tim, look how pretty this is. It's just fucking...
Yeah, all right, go inside. Bring it in.
Okay.
And
Get the arm looked at.
I hear singing.
Last but not least, Tim. Survival or nature? I think I know what you're going to pick.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Pause.
What's the matter?
My
Or
monitor
nature.
just turned off for some reason. I didn't even touch anything. I just
Stream
wanna
is
make sure.
fine.
Stream is fine?
We can still be heard?
I hope so.
I can still hear us slightly.
Okay, alright, good.
It's a
Carry on.
24 in nature.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
1 second. So you set out into the field. Do you do anything in particular as you're looking?
I hold on to my staff, and I kind of put my part of my mind into that as I'm walking.
Okay.
Branch of the tree of life.
Okay.
I meditate on that as I'm strolling, and then I'm not really looking at the flowers, just looking ahead until the moment to stop.
Into a branch from a tree of life, looking through this field, and a flower stands out to you. This is ironic for a number of reasons, I think. It has pink, well, not pink, but like magenta petals, but in the middle is a brown patterned petal and this green stamen that comes off from the top. And down near this brown petal, it's furry. Like parts of it look like they have fur, like almost like a bug. And you have found what looks like a bee orchid.
Ooh.
Now, I feel like there's irony here, because for plant life, for humans in real world, without the bees, we're fucked. Bees give life. And in Gatia, bees bring life, but you have also experienced bees bringing death. using their pollination against you. So I feel like there's a little bit of a touch of artistic irony here, but this is what you find. And when you're ready, you could bring it back to the house.
All right.
You can all head back to the house when you're ready, but I think Rena has been directed back to the house.
Yeah.
Tim will ponder the orchid for a bit, then he'll lightly pick it.
Okay.
Actually, he'll probably take out his little scalpel, do a diagonal cut on the stem, and bring it in.
Okay. Rena, just because of what happened, I'm going to say that you get back first, and you go back with this big trumpet flower coiled around your arm, and Kyenna is over near the kettle area, and she's getting stuff together, and she's got just an empty flower pot in her hand. She turns around and looks at you, and she drops and she goes, "Oh, it just shatters on the ground, and she's kind of like steps around it and walks over.
Did I scare you? I'm sorry.
No. And she's just kind of like puts a hand on your back and puts her other hand like under your elbow where the plant hasn't coiled to yet, and she's just kind of bringing you over to the fire. And she reaches down and she pulls out a piece of like the kindling, and she goes, "Sit still for a second, all right?" And it gets hot for a second, but it doesn't burn you. She burns the plant, and it like unwinds immediately, and she pulls it off of you. And it's kind of like whipping around a little bit, but she's holding it away so it's not getting either of you. And she says, "I see that you found a siren orchid." All right. And she puts down the kindling back into the fire. She takes out a big pair of rusty shears and she just snips it off like right close to the flower, and the vine drops to the ground. It wiggles around a little bit more and then just goes limp.
Was I not supposed to pick that one?
If this is the flower that called to you, then this is the flower that called to you. But I'm going to get you some bandages, and you see you are like polka dotted where the thorns just dug into your arm. They were not small thorns, they were big thorns.
Oh.
And your hand, well, you have a couple of gouges in your hand where you gripped the flower.
Good.
But she takes the flower and she you could still hear the singing a little bit, and she puts the trumpet, the flower in like face down in the pot, and all of a sudden just starts to sound like this in your head, like this. Now there's an echo to the singing.
Is it normal to hear singing?
It'll go away. You just have to give it a little time, but it'll go away. Don't worry, you're all right. You're only holding it for a short period of time, so you will not be subjected to the siren orchid's eternal embrace. You'll be okay. And she just kind of gives you a gentle little pat on the cheek, and she goes, "Bandages," and she walks away to get what she was referring to.
This isn't what I want my first eternal embrace to be like. Sorry,
well, it's
internal embrace.
Oh, I didn't mean to say it.
Oh, it's okay. We're all tired. You're doing great.
Yes.
But she comes back over to you, and she has like this little clay pot, not a flower pot, but like it's got like a poultice inside of it, and she starts like applying it to your arm and the palm of your hand, and by the time she's done, you have bandage wrapped all the way from the palm of your hand to your elbow. And she's like, "Just leave it on for 24 hours and then you could take it off. I just want to make sure that poultice gets in there nice and, deep. You don't want the poison to stay inside of your arm."
Right, of course.
You might turn green, or it might fall off. I'm not sure.
I need my arm to fish.
You need your arm for a lot of things, dear. Just go ahead and have a seat. When the others come in, we can begin to get started.
Okay.
It's all right. You're fine. You did exactly what I asked you to do. There's nothing to be upset about.
But of course I pick the one that tries to hurt me.
Is there something
No,
you're trying to tell yourself?
In the game or in real life, buddy? No, I'm kidding. I'm
Wow.
kidding.
Wow.
Bad joke. I'm fine.
You all arrive back at the cottage, and you just see Rena sitting to the side with her arm completely bandaged up to the elbow.
Hi, guys.
What?
It poked me.
We were
Cool rap, bro.
Thanks.
we were just picking flowers. Are you okay?
I grabbed it, and it was spiky, but it was like singing to me, so I was like, yeah, it's probably fine, and then it just fucking coiled all the way up my arm. And
He gave her a nice hug. She
Not the
gives you
kind
this
of
face
hug I
like that was not nice. Yeah.
Tim's gonna summon his quill and write on the bandage. Flowers are awesome.
You signed her cast.
Yeah.
She goes to each of you and requests your flower and just makes little comments. Tim, she takes yours from you as you present it, and she's naming them off as she gets them. And she gets to you, Rarissa, and she takes the flower and she just kind of furrows a little bit, looks at you, looks at the flower.
She would thumb over at Tim and be like, "Yeah, his is a lot cuter."
She's just gonna walk back over to her cooking area where the tea is.
Sora is broke.
I have one last request. I need the two of you that are the strongest, please.
here.
All right. I need both of you to come with me. And she takes you into another side room that has a storage room. And in the middle is this really big fucking cauldron. Just big stereotypical witch's cauldron. It looks like it's been sitting there for a bit. It's got, some cobwebs on it. And she says, I do need to bring this into the other room. So, I need both of you to give me a strength check.
She told me not to use my arm.
Well, I don't think she did.
Or to go easy on it
Leave
or
the
something.
bandage on. Leave the bandage on for a day. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You said what? Strength?
Strength check. Yeah, straight strength check.
Are you sure it's not athletics?
Sure, I'll let you use athletics. That's fine.
Well, it's an 11 either way for me.
Okay. What you got, Cassidy?
23.
23? Okay.
Cass.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, so clearly Cassidy is doing the bulk of the lifting. Cassidy, I imagine you just lift it up on one end, and Rena, you're probably over there like, okay, yeah, I got it. Just hold on. Like you're trying to do it with one arm.
Pivot!
Trying not to put pressure on the other. Pivot! Yeah.
Pivot!
But she directs you, she just tells you, all right, back up slowly now, and, and bring it into the main room. And you would have noticed when you came in, she kind of had an area in the very center of the room where there's no stones there to make up the floor. It's just dirt. And she's put some wood down there and stuff to create a kindling area. She goes, just sit it right on top here, and I will get to lighting it. place it down. It is a very heavy cauldron. And she begins to light the kindling and firewood beneath it. And as she's doing that, we're at our halfway point. So we are going to go ahead and take our break.
Yep.
Alrighty?
Timing.
We
I
are
could use
Break!
some water.
Yeah.
Drink
Beverages.
water. Hydrate, don't dehydrate.
Nah.
We're back. You're really good at that, Sora. Hello, everyone. But you do it so well, though. Hi, Nutmeg. I see you in there, ogling the naked man
Nutmeg.
orchid.
Who doesn't love some flowered peen?
Oh God.
Me, because it's responsible for all my fucking allergies.
Well, you know what? That's fair. I mean,
You know,
so
we're all
says the
sneezing
person with the
because Tina
sinus
is.
infection.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way deep in my sinuses. I don't appreciate Battle for being filled like that.
Hello, chat.
Well, hi, chat.
Oh, wow.
Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope everyone's having fun.
Ooh.
So yeah, we've yeah, no, never mind, it's gone. I don't know. If anybody's
Don't you hate when that happens?
I do. It happens more as you get older, so you got that to look forward to.
Hey, it started at like 15, so
yeah. Yeah, that's about right. If anybody's coming into the show late today, we do have this posted on YouTube around Thursday. The podcast goes up on Fridays. You can find it on Spotify or other. Apparently, hello, Apple Podcast listeners, because you're dominating our listenership right now. And hello, Canada Apple Podcasters,
Woohoo,
especially.
go Canada!
You couldn't see it, but it wiggled my eyebrows.
Yeah, that
Damn
was
it, having to
interesting.
miss out on the visuals.
Yeah, huge increase from Canada Apple Podcast. Like, thank you, hello, happy to be here. But yeah, but we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon Audio. What is it called? Amazon Music. Jesus.
Wow.
Amazon Music. Yeah. We're on all the different platforms. Just look for BBEGTTRPG or Big Bad Evil Guys TTRPG.
Lots of letters. We like acronyms.
And this Friday, we will be recording The Adventure Continues. I think Luna is going to be joining us.
Yes. As long as my internet's back up. I mean, if not, I can just join through voice again. But
yeah,
hoping I can actually be there. Throwing my face back at people.
Yeah, first.
And
of course, any of the rest of you that are able to join. I know, sorry, you're always there. Colby, though.
Just volunteer me. It's fine.
You are always there.
It's not like I wanted to play Supermarket Simulator on Friday by myself or anything. It's okay.
Oh yeah, because
how dare you? We need to play Stardew.
I had planned
tandem,
to wash my hair, actually.
It's wild. That's literally the only thing I've been playing is Supermarket Simulator. I'm so embarrassed.
Supermarket Simulator? You know, you could just go out and get a crap job.
Been there, done that. Publix, Target, I'm done. Like, I can't. No more retail for me.
So why is the game better? Do you get to tell off your managers and your customers? Please say yes.
No, I am the manager. I own the store. So I yell at my employees.
Oh.
It's like real life.
Christina.
Sadist.
I scream at the customers that come in for a fucking a $1 box
of eggs.
Yeah, 4-pack of eggs or a $1 of pasta and hand me $100. Expect me to give them change for it. Fuckers.
Scream at them.
I'll give them $100 in pennies because I'm an asshole.
I think it's therapeutic. I think that's why you play it.
Honestly.
Yes.
Like me when I used to yell at The Sims. Anyway.
I hope they had multiplayer to it, because that would be a fun, like, something we could all play on stream and just scream at each other.
I was just gonna say, we'll just end up screaming at each other.
Get to work!
we should pick a week on a Tuesday because that's when we're all around. Like, pick a special week that we can take a break 1 week and just play a cooperative game together instead of running the campaign. I mean, this is a cooperative game, but you know what I mean, a video game.
Stardew.
That'd be
Play
fun.
Raft instead. Then we
Oh,
can play
Raft.
throw me in the water. Let me stab it. I'm reserved. Take its head.
You didn't fill up the water.
Were you not around me when we were playing Sea of Thieves and I jumped in the water and there was just a fucking shark barreling towards me and I screamed bloody murder because, like,
That's Raft in a nutshell.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that's me too. But I get aggressive with my fears apparently when it comes to Raft.
I cry.
Amber plays a lot of Raft.
Yes, I
I'm
like
scared of water, but I tried it anyway.
Maybe 7 days? I don't know.
Zombies.
Look at Colby's face.
At least I know how to play that.
I'll put a server up.
I had an irrational fear of sharks when I was younger. Even in the pool water, I would be afraid the shark was going to bite my legs.
Yep.
I don't know why. I knew it was
really
irrational.
Is that really irrational, though? I mean,
is it irrational to be afraid of a shark when you're in a pool?
Yeah.
We were talking about planning party.
Used to think that all the time.
On a few things.
When we were talking about planning the party with JT's mom, Matt was just like, well, if you don't want anybody in the pool, we'll just put little shark fins. No one's going to want to go in the pool then. I was just like...
Wow.
Or you can get, like, gallons of concentrated red dye. You know, shark fins sound easy to clean up, though.
Travis was saying we could just get some black or green dye for the pool. No one's going to want to go in it.
But why? Why are we keeping people out of the pool so
I don't know.
adamantly?
I don't know. I think it was just so people aren't, like, running around and slipping and falling or anything. So, with the kiddos being around.
Razor wire. There you go.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I joke.
How about you put floating candles in the pool so then people can't swim in it because it's a fire hazard?
Is it, though?
Your hair will catch on fire if you get too close. Yeah.
Mine definitely will. With the amount of product that's in it, it's just gonna go up in fucking flames. Like,
You won't have to get close. That's the thing. You're just throwing the match in the gasoline.
I might as well bring the fucking hairspray while I'm at it and just like,
Weaponize yourself.
hey, if that's what's gotta happen, that's what's gotta happen, you know.
Hellish rebuke.
Against
The most metal hellish rebuke.
One-time use.
Brutal.
Wow.
Anyway.
Let's jump back into this little old cottage.
I'll hop off this train.
Kyanna's getting the pot ready. She says, if any of you, this is where it takes a lot of preparation magically and material wise. I'm going to be going back and forth. There's a small well out back that I'm going to be carrying water in and out. If anybody wishes to help, they may. You are not required to.
I mean, how deep is your well?
I'm not sure. Deep enough to take on the groundwater. So, I don't know. How deep is that? 30, 60 feet? Something like that?
About how far is the well from here?
Not very far.
Would you like to fill it up all in one go?
I don't follow.
I've got a spell.
What kind of spell?
Well, I could use shape water constantly, or I could do control water. Pretty sure I could manage to cause the water to flow up and out of your well and into your cauldron.
All right, I'll try anything once. All right, so
See if I can even cast it. Yeah. All right. That's a 75.
75. Yep, that definitely does make the spell work.
Post that, and if you look down, redirect flow.
Am I looking at? Wait, what is this?
Posted
Control
the
water.
yeah. In case you'd like to read on it, range is 300 feet.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely cover that distance.
Before doing this, Tim's gonna get a good clear pathway, whether it's opening up a window or going through the door, whatever he needs to do. See where he needs to direct the water.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Check out the well.
you're gonna have to open some windows.
Okay.
But she assists with this. Just uses hold on. Wait, is that how this works? Check
Cause the
something.
flowing water in the direction you choose. Water over obstacles, up walls, other unlikely directions. Water moves as you direct it. Once it moves beyond the spell's area, it resumes its flow based on the terrain conditions.
Yeah, she's just while you're getting ready to move the water, she is just using the wave of her hand magically to open some of these windows so you could direct the water through. Just waits for the water to come in, and after a while you all see this was it like a floating tube of water comes through the window. Is that pretty much how it looks?
Yep.
To you? Yeah. It just starts to funnel into the cauldron.
I feel like Katara.
Marissa would just kind of walk over and kiss him on the cheek and be like, I love the way your brain works.
Oh.
Stop it, I'm trying to concentrate.
Get a room!
I very well can.
You could. You can make one. Make your own room.
Ooh.
But yeah, she's like, all right, that's enough. You can put the rest of it back, please, into the well.
Okay.
Well, that does save a little bit of time. I've got some things I have to gather in the greenhouse, and a ritual of sorts that I need to start casting now. And as I am casting, I would request not to be disturbed unless it is absolutely necessary. Do any of you have questions?
No, you can begin your thing whenever you're ready.
How long will this take?
Well, it's going to take for my own part in this. It is going to take the remainder of the day, so I will be quite immobile. There is some food in the pantry that you can help yourself to, as well as some as much tea as you like. Just of course use the small kettle over there as I was using earlier. There is something that I need to tell you that you should not do. Do not attempt to be doing any sort of outward spell casting. It will not work. It will be a waste of your resources. My home is under the permanent effects of a private sanctum.
Oh? What is that?
It's like a protection spell. People can't watch us. They
Oh,
no
I feel
sorts
much
of
better about the
divination
conversations we were having
spells.
earlier.
What's that?
I said I felt much better about this conversations we were having earlier.
Yes. Well, the spell itself is called Private Sanctum, but I have been casting it here for a very long time, though it is permanent, which is good because that's one less bit of my magic that I have to expel every day. But divination spells will not be able to find us, pass through. You can't be targeted. No one will be able to teleport their way in. Those sorts of things.
Okay. I understand. So it wouldn't be a good idea for me to use a sending stone.
It may not work.
I appreciate the heads up. I'm glad I haven't tried it yet.
You could if you really wanted to, but it mostly primarily targets divination spells. So, those are the ones you really have to worry about. You all right, Amber?
I just got
Slime.
cat drool rotary launched into my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All drooly.
Can we take like 3 minutes? I need to reload everything on my end. Browser screen is flickering, Chrome is acting up, my computer is lagging. I'm hoping I just have to reload like Chrome and not the entire computer. So I don't know what's going on. So let's just sorry, I'm so sorry.
This is
It's
fine.
okay.
No,
all good.
So
One moment, everybody.
appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
So I turned off the hardware acceleration thinking that would fix it, and now Lightstream's running worse. Checks out. Yeah, can hear you. I meant like type. Me? Mute? Oh yeah, sorry. Normally I hear myself twice, so I didn't at the time. Alright, let's see if it's gonna... Okay, well that's good. It's very strange that they can, but... Alright, let's see how I'm about to fix that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I am so sorry, guys. I am officially done with this program. I am...
You ready to switch?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it. This is...
Do it.
I
Do
think-
it.
the worst thing. Please let me know if everything is back up and running and we can still hear.
Sound off.
Hey.
Yep.
We're all
I hear
good?
audio.
Alright, you can hear me too?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, just making sure I'm under that different audio source, so...
Blah, 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 blah. Brrr.
Alright.
If I can help with switching, if there's anything I can do.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll just probably have to walk me through OBS,
Sounds
because I hate the OG OBS, but I'm not using the other one anymore, so
Yeah.
we'll worry about it. I am so sorry for the interruption, guys. We're back.
Everything.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah. After I show you a couple of things on there, you're just gonna be like, "Oh, I got it."
Yeah,
So, but yeah, as much help as you need.
thank you.
Um,
I can set filters on my mic too with that. I can't do it with this program.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm switching. We're done. We'll deal with that Thursday night if you have time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she has gone off into the greenhouse to collect whatever ingredients she needs. What are we all doing? While the sun is still where it's always been, it is getting later into the day.
How's Geronimo doing?
He's chewing on a carrot in the corner. He's doing pretty good. He's
Okay.
living the life. He didn't have to go pick a flower or anything. That was just for
Yeah.
you guys.
No, he's not cursed like us.
No.
Did she direct us to her living quarters
Where
where we'll be staying?
This cottage is a very open concept. Yes, you know what? There are 3 doors in this main open concept room that you're in. One leads to the greenhouse, one led to her storage room, and then there's another one that leads down a small hallway, and there are guest rooms back in there. There's 3 rooms. One of them is hers. The other 2 are not. So you'll have to split into pairs to sleep in these rooms. But everything in this cottage is very cottagecore. It's very comfortable, warm, just very pleasant with that rustic look to it. Both rooms have 2 beds in each of them. A little side table to each one. There's a dresser in each room, and each one's decorated a little differently, but all pretty much have the same kind of thing going on. She's very much into plants. It's very obvious. The walls of the house themselves have plants that grow up the insides of the walls and just make a very nice little backdrop to it. But yeah, she would have told you that this is where you'll be staying for your rest, and whenever you all are ready to sleep, you may sleep. But what's the plan? What are we doing?
Well, group measure. Would you all like to step outside? We'll give her a little bit of peace, and I'd like to make sure I've covered a few things with you guys.
All right.
Sounds good.
And we can discuss anything else we might think we need to discuss. We've been already assured that this place is free from prying eyes and ears. So I feel
That's a nice
this may be the
bonus.
best opportunity to discuss openly.
Yeah, seems like a safe space to talk.
I don't know that I mentioned it to all of you. Whenever we were, was it the Howling Hills or something, wherever Malachite took us?
The Wailing Tunnels.
Wailing Tunnels, that's it. Thank you.
Mhm.
I could see someone that you all couldn't. Apparently, my staff was the link to her. Her name was Kisrit. She was the Gaddacy over life. Seemed pretty old, but she didn't really look it. And you'd think, okay, well, she's got a healing touch or something like that. No, she saps life, actually. I also met 2 others, Gaddacy over death and time. Kisrit, I think, might have called them forth. But whenever you might have saw me, like, kind of mumbling over to myself or something strange behavior over there, I don't think you would have, Cassidy. You were in the midst of your, what do you call it?
Trial?
Yeah. I was going to say spar.
Getting my ass beat?
Hey, you did well. I mean, those entities are supposed to be the top of each of their elements. They reign over them. I'm sure that they've got plenty of experience, and who knows how much power. Even if you only entertained her, you did well. And you won them over for our plight, our cause, and the cause of many other villages. You were the pivot point. We don't know what linchpins are. You can downplay it all you want, but I refuse to see it as anything other than very, very impressive.
Okay.
But yeah, they apparently my staff here was transformed to resemble to be a branch of the tree of life. Wherever many people are dying, Kisrit can be found. So it's quite interesting. I wanted to share that information with you. There are other Gaddacy that weren't exactly presented to all of us that day. And I think I went over Doc's notes that he'd left me with you guys. We talked about that on the trip here. I'm of a mind to not approach Peggy in any sort of diplomatic way. But it is important to keep that option in mind. So I appreciate you asking about that, Cassidy.
It doesn't seem kind of like when I went up against the Gaddacy leader. It doesn't seem like an even pairing, us versus Peggy. I'm not sure we're gonna find a solution through brute force.
Well, maybe it'll come down to the allies we make, information that we find. We were weaker than we are now whenever we faced her sister hag, I think is the terminology. But I also don't think that we would we would benefit from underestimating her in any sort of way, especially after getting an eye on these curses, seeing how they can alter and function. At least just a glimpse. And another thing, I got a medallion, or an amulet rather, whenever Rena and I were in the other world. I can use it to teleport us 3 times. And I'm thinking it would be most useful to teleport from the different villages. We've still got the orbs, and I can get a clear picture and sight of them. And that would be very helpful in getting us to those destinations, and we can see about hopping around to help them quicker. Whether or not that'll actually be the way to go, I don't know. But this amulet requires charging. And what I saw with how their magic works, and I think it was explained to you, I'm not sure that that price is something that I will want to pay in our world. There was necrotic energy, and I think that I would have to find some sort of equivalent magic source to their world. And I don't know if I want to go that route. Not with just anyone, or necessarily with anyone, actually. I don't know. And I'd have to find the means to actually do it, too, so.
Well, it was starting to sound convenient, but I don't know the first thing about necrotic energy or where we would find it or its consequences.
Maybe I can get in touch with Kisrit. And she could do it. I don't know.
You think sending will work?
We could... Maybe. We can use it at least 3 times. And there are 3 villages to get to. So if we end up walking to the first one, we can have a better chance at getting to the other 2. It's a sort of gamble anytime we went. Rena knows we had a sort of mishap trying to get back to the new friends we had made in the other world after teleporting once. And it was a bit dangerous and painful. That's when we got swallowed by the sky shark.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun.
Those are the things that are on my mind currently that I can currently recall. If anything else turns up that I had mulling over, I'll try to present it to you all in a timely manner. And hopefully a concise and understandable one. Sometimes my thoughts can get a little blurred or scrambled.
How did you all feel about the trial she put us through? Like the maze and everything?
I was asked some questions about you all that I didn't really think to ask directly myself. But I don't necessarily feel that it was a true measure of our bond.
No, but I think it did make me think about asking more and getting to know everyone a little bit better.
My one was really easy. I was asked about, you, Rivers, and I think it was how you get rid of stress or relieve stress or something.
Oh, I think everyone knows the answer to that.
Target practice! Stabbing! But yeah, that was pretty easy. I don't remember what my other one was. I don't remember what it was.
I don't exactly hide my stabbing tendencies.
No, you do not. Did we learn anything interesting about each other?
I had an interesting question that I thought I knew the answer to, that Rena and Rissa, you might be interested in hearing this one.
Oh?
I was asked how many siblings you have, Rena. And I answered one. And I was incorrect. And Nim, the hedge dragon, got me for it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is your mom not telling you something, or is your dad a sower of wild oats?
Oh my god. Sweet heavens.
More likely your father, honestly.
I mean,
more likely dad.
yeah, I mean, Dad's fucking old, right? I mean, I feel like if anyone, someone would have said something to us if I feel if Mom had another child at some point.
Well, we can definitely ask her when we get back.
And hey, after we talk with Peggy, maybe we can chat with your dad.
If he's
Or we
still
can ask
alive.
Mom when we get back.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, my animals are making me want to tear my hair out tonight.
I see that.
Just put them in cages.
With the way they're acting, they might get the cage. So, we don't actually do that, but move their litter box to the fucking street! Anyway.
Anyway, wild oats.
I mean, I guess if you're 1,200 years old, you're bound to have other children, right? Like, I don't know.
Makes sense to me.
Rena turns to Arissa and is just like, what if we have like 100 different siblings?
Oh. There so many could be out there that we don't know about.
I can't remember all those birthdays.
Uh,
I'm just gonna put a hand on the back of her wrist and say, I call this one. You can have the rest.
oh.
Well, hopefully Lenore will claim me, I guess.
Sure, wherever he is right now, he just went, huh?
What?
No, he went.
I think if you give him enough time, otherwise you might have to claim him yourself.
Jesus.
I feel like you meant that a different way.
God. Well,
It's kind of a long shot, but I wonder if Void has any other living descendant in our timeline that can maybe help save him. Need to start a guild, the Children of Void.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh no. Oh.
Children of the Void.
And gather your forces.
Oof.
Dad started an army. That was the plan.
Jesus Christ.
Why did the name Noctis Umbra just come to mind? Oh, well.
Dark? Moon?
Dark.
Moon!
The Dark Knight.
Okay, it's just a problem for another day, right?
Yeah.
All of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of joking. Maybe just grasping at straws again. Seems to be how we initiate our efforts in these missions we go on.
As good a method as any, I think. I've learned that you can't think about things too far. Working with hypotheticals. Sometimes you just have to act.
Arissa's just sitting there with a hand on her face, shaking her head like, no. Oh.
Well, that's what I know. But But I wonder, I do question how Nim or Kyenna knew the answer to that question when all they could do is look into your minds, Rena and Marissa, and you didn't know that. So how did they?
Maybe we can ask him.
Maybe we got some repressed memories.
Oh.
That's a good song. Sorry.
Bards come up with some really depressing song titles.
Well, it's like an instrumental, and it's by Texas in July, and it's fantastic. Sorry, I'll get off of my parallel.
The emo bard.
Emo.
All right.
That's gonna be my next bard.
From metal to emo.
No, from middle to screamo.
Oh yeah, okay. That's an easier transition. Yeah.
Yeah.
No screamo.
I like the screamo. All right. Well, what else is going on? Are we doing anything else?
I'm
know.
ready to lay down. It's hard to tell around here, but I guess I'm always ready to sleep.
What about the rest of you?
Go for
Rest
that.
I
sounds
could go
like a
for
good idea.
rest.
Yeah.
Easy enough. I'm not even going to ask who's sleeping in the room with who because I already know the answer.
You want to cuddle, Cassidy?
Sure, is the rabbit gonna sleep on the foot of the bed?
Oh my god.
Oh, I mean, he totally will. He's small enough.
Geronimo.
I'll sleep at the foot of somebody's bed.
Oh, Geronimo.
Just gonna point towards Rena and Cassidy.
Oh gosh.
Lord.
It's almost. He's looking at you, and he's like, "It's almost like I'm looking at myself, as it was me for a brief moment."
Listen here, Rabbit. My knees hurt from you hopping around.
Maybe you should work on that. There's nothing wrong with having good, strong legs.
The Overt always told me never skip leg day, whatever that means.
Oh, God.
I mean, I was able to do it for a pretty decent amount of time, so I mean, you're off to a good start.
I guess so.
I see the gears turning. I'm waiting for it.
No, it's gone. I'm tired.
He just kind of, on all fours, kind of rabbit prances his way into the room and hops up to the foot of the bed and just plops on his side and just falls asleep. He falls asleep as quick as Cassidy can.
Oh.
Well, in this perpetual daylight, while it is a little difficult to fall asleep, your bodies are tired. It's been an interesting day, as well as a day of some sudden revelation, as you may not be the only living descendants of Void. But when you choose to, you eventually find sleep. When you walk back into the cottage, though, Kyenna is sitting on the floor in front of the large cauldron, and the room has a very strong scent of like an Earl Grey tea, and there is smoke pouring out from the cauldron, and it's a very slow moving smoke, very lazy moving. It's hitting the ceiling and just drifting down, and if you sit there and watch it long enough, it almost creates a curtain of smoke around the room. It never comes in. It just sits on the outsides of the room and across the ceiling, almost as if it's creating a barrier of this tea aroma. But you're able to get back to your rooms easy enough. The veil does not hinder you. And as you eventually all wake in the morning, you can still smell the aroma of tea coming from the main room. Rise and shine.
Tea time.
Tea time!
Our cat
Special
has
tea.
fallen asleep sitting up, and she is whimpering in her sleep.
Whinnying.
Whinnying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I hear her through these headphones. But I just can't.
Turn to the side for me. All the way. Look like they might be open back.
No, I mean maybe a little bit, but it's very, very small.
No, mine are.
Huh.
And it allows
But
some
yeah.
sound to pass through.
It always throws me off that I can hear her whinny. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, so smell of tea. You all head out.
Yeah.
She is no longer sitting on the floor, Hedgewitch Kyanna, as you all enter. She looks a little tired. She's walking around, and she's got some food set out. It's a lot of like veggies and fruits, probably like a fruit salad, and some carrots and celery and stuff like that. No meat, no fish, and she just tells you all to go ahead and have a seat. We're going to continue what I started last night, but the hard part is already over. It's just going to be determined upon the flower you picked and your resiliency if this is going to work. So hold fast and hope for the best. I am already aware that this is not going to be as easy of a challenge as it is for some of you, but you all are a good lot, and no matter what happens, whether this works or doesn't work, I think that you all will manage to push through the hardest things, or I hope. You're all going to sit down and eat?
Food.
You all sit down and start eating. She comes around and she places Cassidy. She puts a cup down in front of you. Of course, it's tea, and the flower you picked is floating in the tea. Rarissa, she puts yours down in front of you. Same thing. You have a naked flower man floating in your tea. Rena, your flower was way too big to do that, so she broke up the petals, and you have some petals floating around the top. And Tim, she places. It looks like you have a bee floating in your tea.
Is this safe for me to drink?
He's not angry. I love him.
I don't question you, I question the flower.
Yes, it's fine. Those are just the petals. The petals are actually very good medicinally if you're careful. But the rest of it is very nasty, so...
It's strange how some of the best natural medicines are found from some of the most dangerous plants.
Well, some of the most sacred, worthy of things must be protected at all cost.
It's true.
So, You must drink all of the tea.
Also, bless you.
Yes, Gesundheit. You must drink all of the tea, and you don't have to eat your flower, but you can if you would like. It's up to you. It's not going to help one way or another, but they are edible.
Okay.
Uh,
Before we start, Tim's going to cast. We'll check with Kayena first. If he's going to see about casting detect magic to try and keep an eye on the curses, see if they seem to, if he can notice a change. Further study.
I don't believe that would be a problem. Detect magic is not a divination spell, if I recall correctly.
Oh, it's got a pretty limited range.
It is a divination spell.
It's only 30 feet out.
Mm-hmm.
But all the same, I don't want to be casting magic willy-nilly in someone's house.
I appreciate that. That is decent of you. You may try. Divination spells are not supposed to be able to enter or leave the domicile, so keeping it contained within it should work. But y'all are going to drink, huh?
Oh, sorry, I'll be doing the fast ritual cast that I'm able to do with my class.
Okay. So, just out of curiosity, is anybody going to eat the flower or petals? Okay.
No.
Okay. Are you Tim?
All right. Yes.
Okay. What about Marissa?
Yeah.
Huh?
Eat the flower, yes.
You're gonna eat the naked man, okay.
I'm gonna eat the man flower.
Cassidy, join us. Kidding, I'm kidding. No peer pressure.
Apparently, it's not meant to be. I rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll go down we'll go alphabetically again. I gotta point out, by the way that our players are assembled from left to right on the screen is in alphabetical order.
Woohoo!
I thought you did that on purpose.
They will
No.
fall.
All right, Cassidy. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm
See
good at
if
those.
I'm gonna give everybody a heads up. The DC is not small, so roll well.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I'll
I
just
can't lick
choose to
my
roll
die.
23.
well. Oh, damn.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception check, please.
19. My Cassidy dice is on fire.
Yeah. You almost feel like ever since you got this curse, you've had kind of like butterflies in your stomach. Maybe it's nervousness on edge that you're not going to be able to control yourself when your friends need you most. How horrible is it for a healer to be, immobile, unable to cast a spell when they're hurt? So that sensation in your stomach lessens. So now, whenever we're in combat and someone gets hurt, your wisdom saving throw to resist the effects of your curse is now reduced.
Ooh.
So this has had an effect on you.
So I can perceive this in a type of fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever effect, like I said, like butterflies in your stomach, it's not so bad now. You feel like you have more control over yourself. Okay, Rarissa.
Wait, isn't it
Wisdom saving throw.
Renna's turn?
Oh,
If
you're
we're
not in
going
alphabetical
alphabetically?
order.
R-E.
Yeah. Well, you both start with an R, all right? Okay, Renna.
We
But it was
do.
I before
Saving
E.
throw. Godspeed.
I can't beg for a fucking for inspiration,
Inspiration?
can I?
Did you use your inspiration already?
Last session, you damn right I did.
You used it right away. Of course you did.
It's May, honestly.
All right, hold on. Let me thoroughly describe this tea sip so I can get advantage. Renna takes the tea in hand and gives it a good sniff and swirls it like it's a cup of wine. She takes a first little gentle sip. Can't even fucking do this with a straight face.
Pinky out.
Pinky out. Fucking 10, bro. I haven't rolled above a 10 the whole session. 14
Oh my
total.
You rolled a 14 total. Okay. All right. You're not feeling any different.
But I described my tea drinking very
I
well.
know you did.
This needs honey that's not poisoned.
Shoot the flower.
All right, Rarissa.
Right, actual.
Now, Rarissa.
I want to be less
Now
damp.
it's me.
Wisdom saving throw.
Tired of being wet.
17.
17. Okay.
Yep.
You have a. Hold on 1 second here. Let me see something real quick. You feel bold. You feel more brave than you did before, with this constant fear of something behind you. The actual mechanics of your curse haven't been said, and I'll say them now. Now, when we enter combat, you will have the option. Well, no, you will be rolling a wisdom saving throw, so you will no longer have attacks against you with advantage. Because up until this point, that's what's been happening. All attacks against you have been with advantage. But now you can do a wisdom saving throw to resist that.
Boom.
Okay.
TM. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Damn. I wish I had inspiration too.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2, so that's a total of 7.
Yeah, you don't feel any different.
It's alright. I'm fine with getting above 25. That's still the same.
Oh. Yeah, it's your curse doesn't feel like it's changed at all. 50-50 on the party. Damn.
Hey, the
50-50.
flower tastes nice.
I don't know what else my curse does, but I just don't want to be damp anymore. Like-
Well, I did reveal what Rarissa's curse does. Do you want to know what yours does?
Would I be able to perceive that, though?
I mean, no.
Then we keep it quiet. I'll suffer.
Actually, there is one thing I'll reveal about it. There's one layer I'll reveal about it. So you already know that you're damp all the time. You have disadvantage on rolls to resist getting sick. Part of your curse.
Oh,
That is, you got sick really easily when you were back home.
it's true.
I had
Shit.
you do a con save with disadvantage and didn't tell you why.
That's right.
Yeah. So maybe you could decipher that over
Okay.
time. Because you don't normally get sick.
Mm-mm.
So.
I'd honestly argue that Rena is really healthy. Like, she takes
Mhm.
care of her diet and bathes, and, you know,
Fucking
Tim
pescatarian.
prestidigitates, and, you know, she... So,
So, all right. Well, half of you now have a dampened curse. The other half still maintain.
Damn.
I have never been
like
so
that.
fucking offended than I am right now.
Yeah,
Because
that
I
was
said-
It was low.
It was not intentional.
that was a DM stab right there.
I think that is literally how I worded it. in
Trisha
here.
will
Oh no, I
remember that
put
on
adult
Monday.
curse.
When the Vrox come
Okay.
back to get you.
Okay. Okay.
Between Stone, Colby, killing the fucking Vrock. What does it feel like
Yeah.
to die?
Just play my character, all right?
Is this what it feels like to die?
Kayana looks to the group of you and she is just kind of waiting with an expression of anticipation. Any different?
I don't think so. Not for me, at least.
Me either.
I feel kind of different. I feel like I can take things on better. And she'll just like punch at the air. Like,
I feel a greater sense of control. That urge to laugh at nothing seems to have reduced.
Oh, I wouldn't say it was nothing. Would Tim have put it together whenever he was in Cassidy's body?
Yeah.
That urge comes up whenever one of us gets hurt. It's kind of rude. It's another reason I don't really want to spare her life if we have the opportunity.
I'm tired
So
of...
she's
Sorry, you go.
she's intentionally stifling my ability to help the baby.
And in a mocking way. You'd never actually laugh at us getting hurt unless, you know, it was like completely, I don't know, call it inconsequential. You know, maybe if I stepped on a rake and hit my face, you know, you could laugh at that. That'd be fine.
She did.
Cassidy, would you be willing to try something with me?
Did you say
Since we're all
Cassidy?
here. Yes, Cassidy.
Maybe?
Do you still have that curse removal magic?
Yes, I do.
What do you say we both cast our magic on Rena here and see what happens?
I'm willing to try it.
Mine's always a bit of a gamble, so yours is instantaneous. Just I'll nod as soon as I'm ready. Just be ready. Yours.
And what are we doing? What is this again?
I'm casting Dispel Magic while Cassidy casts Remove Curse.
Okay.
I'm just
Try
gonna
to-
let Rena know it requires me to touch her.
Likewise.
Did you
Actually,
say you rolled a 2?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you said you rolled a 2.
No, I rolled 54 actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
I'm ready. Undampen me, please.
Actually, I don't even have to touch her. Just have to see her.
Okay.
I'm tired of ruining people's furniture.
I need you both to roll with your roll a d20 with your spell casting ability modifier.
This is your last chance, die.
This is
Let
your
me know
last
when you're ready.
chance. Die.
Yeah, Tim's ready. I passed the roll.
I got a 17.
And the modifier or the bonus, including
The
proficiency?
The modifier.
Okay. That would be a 16.
Okay. Well, you feel the spell hit you, Rena, and you have a moment of dryness. You just don't know how long it's going to last. If it's going to last.
Aren't there creams for that? I'm sorry.
Oh. You're at least dry right now.
Not in our pre-glass era, there's not.
Well, it feels like it worked a bit. I'm just perpetually cold now, guys. And you know
are
I
kinda
hate the
chilly.
cold.
Well, it's a good thing we're in the Summerlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you'll just be moist.
Mm.
How many times did I server mute you on Monday? Or yesterday?
I think 3.
Yeah. Something like that.
You're lucky I don't have power here.
You have no power here. Jinx. Oh, and rest in peace to that actor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Forget his name.
I think it was Bernard something.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, half of you have had your curse dulled. One of you is not wet at the moment. What are you doing? What's everybody's objective now?
I don't know.
I think the next thing is to leave. As lovely as it is here, Kayana. We have things to do, and we wouldn't dare overstay our welcome. You have been nothing but lovely company and very generous, caring, and giving individual.
As a good host should be, right?
We're all very grateful.
Wow.
I'm not even sure that we fully know how much you've helped us. Not yet.
Thank you.
Certainly. It was my pleasure. Now, she says, I will see you to the perimeter. I will ask Nim to create a pathway for you.
There is one thing I'd like to ask you, though.
Mm-hmm.
During our trial to seek your
Yes.
aid,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about it yesterday, I think you can call it. We were asked a question and answered according to knowledge that the answer that was given was true to all of us, at least as far as the knowledge that we have, but it was still called wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea how you might know a truth about us that we didn't?
Oh, it is not I who know these answers. It's Nim. It was Nim who was asking you questions and knowing the answers, and Nim has been around for centuries. So,
Could we speak with Nim?
You can try to, but she's a little grumpy in her old age.
Okay.
She has a way of looking into people, finding pathways and discovering things. I don't claim to understand everything she can do, but all I know is she is mine and I am hers.
That's lovely.
Now, thank you. Now, and as you're walking out, you guys are walking, talking. Remember what I said. What is taken must be given equally. These are the rules of Arcadia. There are 3 rules you have to follow if you want to be able to move safely. Rule 1, what is taken must be given equally. Rule 2, give no harm where no harm has been done toward you. And Rule 3, be hospitable to all who enter your dwelling. And that's the tricky part, by the way. If you have a campsite, that's your dwelling. If you are sleeping there, that is your dwelling. If someone steps into your camp, be hospitable.
Good to know.
These are things that you must know while walking this realm. And, of course, while these aren't written rules, I believe people of your realm know this, but don't give your full name.
Yes, that is something that we were told.
Yes. And be careful what you take.
Tim's going to reach into his pack and he's going to hand 2 of his silk bandages to Kayana, along with one of his healing salves.
Oh.
They're in a sort of wooden bowl containers. They have a little interlock mechanism to help them keep the lid on while traveling.
Okay. She takes it and
something we made ourselves.
Oh. For me?
Yes. Should you find the need or the use?
I'm sure that I can.
Wish I could offer more, but mostly have books.
I think that we have exchanged enough to consider this equal measure.
Oh.
As you approach the hedge, she looks up at this towering wall, which I believe I said was 8 to 10 feet tall. And she reaches a hand out and places her hand on it in just the right place as the thorns poke out through between her fingers. And wordlessly, she looks at the hedge, and what is a wall before you just rises, and you can just see a straight shot from where you are to the other side of this hedge. Well, while I would enjoy your company again, hopefully you are not in need of my services again. And I wish you luck. And, safe travels.
Feelings mutual, Kyan. Do take care.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for having us and everything.
Of course. If only I could have done more.
You did a lot. You did something. That's more than what a lot of people can offer, especially where we're from. So thank you.
Of course.
And then Tim will look to the sisters. I won't ask for you because it's not my business. But if you want to ask Nim, you could try.
What do you think, Ursa? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say Ursa would look at Renee and ask what she thought. If she'll talk to us, I kind of want to ask how she knows.
Smay.
What are you gonna say? How do you ask of this dragon, this ancient dragon, this question, or to speak with it?
O great nymph, we beseech thee.
I don't know. I don't have a good track record of speaking with dragons. In case you don't remember what happened on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was
Well.
a different character.
It's
Marissa.
doesn't matter to me. Sorry, Marissa. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Marissa would kind of, I guess, step over to the hedge
Mm-hmm.
and be like, I hate to bother you. If you have time to answer a simple question, but Brenna and I, we had no clue that there were more than just us as siblings. How, if you're able or okay with telling me, how do you know that there's more?
Okay. Is Rena saying anything to add to this?
And I mean, if you're willing to share, how many more?
Marissa, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, please.
Oh, that's a nat 20? I don't have a character sheet to know what my modifier even is, but it's a nat 20.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, it's coming. It's coming. I can talk. That'd be 22 total.
22 total.
Whoop,
Okay. So you ask this question, and at first you don't get an answer, and you wait, and you feel resigned to exit. And as you're walking with the other two out of this maze, when you reach the end, the wall lowers behind you, and you see it move, almost like a train, like just starts to slide. And down around the corner where you can't see, this head of a dragon comes around the corner. And it's interesting because this whole thing is a hedge. It's like this dragon is a giant topiary. Even its face, like there looks like there's some semblance of flesh, but it is covered in these broad emerald green leaves that go across its muzzle, and they're different shaped leaves depending on what part of its face you are looking at. Even its eyes look like they are these yellow, like dried leaves on each side of what looks like a black beetle that makes up its pupil. And it
She would kind of like gasp in and just be like, "You're incredible."
it it looks at both of you, and the leaves on its face are like actively moving, almost like they're alive. It has this
Ooh.
weird like waving look to it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it nods to your compliment, like it, bows its head to you, and it looks between both of you. When I look into the people who enter my maze, I can see their essence. Your essence is unique, and I could sense it across the plains. There is one more that I see. far from here, on the material plane.
Do you know their name?
No. Only that they are alive. Or else their essence would not be detectable.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you. And Rosa will kind of like bow her head towards them.
It returns the bow, and the head slinks away, and the hedge maze seems to rush past and return to where it once was. And as Nim retreats back into the formation of a maze, we will end our session there.
Do 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 do.
You know, I am genuinely curious to see if what was the name of the village? Maverend?
Mm-hmm.
Did I pronounce that right?
Maverend, yeah.
Yeah. They had the other blue tiefling there, or well, Damon that was entropy.
Mhm.
I know I can't assume all blue tieflings are, from the same. But as far as we
How
know,
dare
Dad's the only blue one.
He's
So,
local.
It's not too far. So,
Yeah.
I wonder.
Maybe. You gotta go there eventually.
Maybe next year.
You've only passed through a couple of months in game.
I know.
Although who
I'm
knows, when you
funny.
leave Arcadia, it might be a year later.
No.
Please,
Stop it.
God, don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows
I'm
how
gonna
much
come-
time will pass.
I'm gonna come back and Lenara is gonna be married with like 6 kids, and I'm gonna be like, great.
Damn, that was fast.
What if it
No.
was so extreme that just nothing's the same?
Or if it's like 15 years.
Where's
in the
Katie?
future.
They've got plumbing and glass.
Oh my god.
Damn, we missed the whole transition.
There's like 4,000 people in the village. Like,
It became a city.
the alchemy jug is in a glass case in the center of the village.
The alchemy jug's in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Oh lord.
This is a relic from our village's start. Damn it.
Well, thank you everyone for coming out. We appreciate your continued support. You can catch this
Woo-hoo.
if you missed any or just want to experience it all again. You can catch it on Thursdays on YouTube, or it'll be up on podcast format starting on Friday on your major podcasting networks. And also, don't forget this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have our next installment of The Adventure Continues. So we'll see you then. Thank you so much. We love you all. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Mwah.
Bye.